It's the Toucanon shirt all over again, but this time with a new Generation 8 Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So you might have seen it by now, but in the Direct, there's a kid cheering in the audience of the Grass-type gym, and he is wearing a shirt that has a fat, chipmunk-looking Pokemon on it. And if you actually look closely in the stands as well, there is what appears to be either this Pokemon or maybe its pre-evolution. But wait, there's more, guys. I'm not only going to talk about this, because remember, if we go back to the first Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer back in February, for one frame, when Lucario throws a punch onto Tyranitar, you can see this tiny little dog-looking mascot Pokemon in the top left of the stand. So today's video is going to be talking about this Pokemon right here, its pre-evolution, this Pokemon, and its potential pre-evolution as well. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and share this one with all your friends. Get people talking about the new Pokemon that no one even knows about at this point. Also, use code Verlisify for 30% off of your G Fuel order. Get ready for E3 and also stock up for when Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about. This dials back to Pokemon Sun and Moon. This even ties in with the leaks that look very credible at this point. So we're going to just kind of go and cover everything from here on out. May 24th, before the Direct, before we even knew about the Direct, before any of this, all the information was already out there. So we just kind of keep tying things together. It gets more and more credible in some pretty crazy ways. So Squovet and Greedent, if I recall correctly, are chipmunk Pokemon who will hide in berry trees and attack randomly if you shake too many berries. If they attack, you lose half the berries that dropped. Oh man, that's like so crazy. The greed. I don't know how to feel about that, but I mean, it's kind of better than just like, oh, I have to deal with Crabrawler every time when the pile is shaking or whatever. But we've already seen this inside the trailer. So we see that we shake berry trees and then berries fall out and then we don't get to see any further because maybe that's actually when the Pokemon appears. And that also leads something for what could happen with information at E3, that if you're running around E3 shaking down berry trees in a demo, maybe even like Junichi Masuda or whatever gameplay we're going to get at Nintendo Treehouse shows this, then the Pokemon are going to appear. So I guess since it's only a few days away, they felt that it was okay to have this just right there for everyone to see, but it all kind of ties together and makes the leak a lot more credible from there. So what I want to do is then dial it back just a touch to how this happened in Pokemon Sword, or not Sword and Shield, Pokemon Sun and Moon. So version exclusive Pokemon and new features revealed in Pokemon Sun and Moon. So we got to see like contacts, new shirts, they were spinning it around. Oh man, we get to see some female trainer designs and all these shirts. And wait a second. There was a new Pokemon inside of there, and for a while it's kind of like, wait, is this actually going to be a new Pokemon, or are they just kind of throwing down some kind of random tropical design? Now, this happened September 20th. So this was actually a month before the Pokemon Sun and Moon demo that data mined all of the images of the new Pokemon, so we got to find out that this was real. And then Toucanon actually wasn't officially revealed before the game came out. So it turned out that this was like a Pokemon. We'd have to wait a few months and then find out that it's real and a part of the Alola region, but there's a Toucanon shirt. So it's not like there's just going to be a random non-Pokemon thing on a shirt. This is going to hold up, but it gets crazier from there because... Whoop, not that one. We got this. We have images of this Pokemon. So I feel like if you try to break it down, you know, this looks like the fully evolved form. This looks like a larger form. This looks like Greednut, especially if it's just, you know, running around carrying a berry or carrying like some kind of item with it. And if you look in the stands, there's all kinds of Pokemon in the stands. You can see Vulpix, you can see the starters, Pikachu, Riolu, Munchlax. And actually, like, during the Direct, it looks like they're even T-posing, so I think that's kind of funny. Like, their models are just, like, just stagnant. But then you can see what looks like a chipmunky kind of Pokemon. Now, that kind of looks like Patrat, but I feel like that would just be randomly kind of thrown in there on the bottom right. But then when we look at the top picture that has, like, the blue little line around it next to the Munchlax, that definitely looks like a different Pokemon. That's not a Patrat. That looks like a chipmunky, hoardy little Pokemon, but also seems very small. It seems smaller than what I would expect from like the evolved Pokemon, and also kind of a little bit of a precedent that was set with the fashion, with these shirts in Pokemon Sun and Moon, is that you can just have fully evolved Pokemon. So imagine if we saw this shirt of Toucanon before Pikachu was even revealed, and even then, like, into Trumbeak, it's like, all right, this woodpecker Pokemon's getting crazy, but is a woodpecker actually going to become a toucan? So all of that craziness ended up happening, and then we have like Lycanroc shirts, and pretty much anything is possible when it comes to a Pokemon shirt. So having a random fully evolved Pokemon being shown before the pre-evolution in this way does seem pretty likely, and then the Pokemon are hiding inside when it comes to the Pokemon Direct. Now we get into some extra information, guys. Meet Wooloo. The white fur is used for clothing and carpets and is a specialty product of the Galar region. They dislike conflict, and if they need to escape from enemies, they will simply roll away. And that's actually shown in some of the gameplay that we've seen. Like, you know, they just kind of like roll around and stuff. So pretty adorable, fluffy little Pokemon. But keep that in mind as we go back to what we have on this, like for the leaks. You have to complete the gym challenges. Milo, who was named by name in the leak before the Pokemon Direct, has you herding sheep Pokemon named Wooloo. But Pamper, an electric corgi Pokemon, will startle them and send them rolling elsewhere. Nessa has you running through a maze where you block. Yeah, so we have like other gym leaders and other trainers and other names and stuff. But the biggest thing to take from this is that there's going to be an electric corgi Pokemon, and it sends Wooloo rolling specifically, which is exactly Wooloo's defense tactic. And it seems like a perfect kind of mini game, kind of challenge, kind of little thing to throw at you as a trainer as we go into it. But then having an electric corgi goes back to this. So I know it's tiny. I know you guys are having a hard time seeing it. So this is like an image I was able to like super Photoshop to try to get something that resembles a thing, and it's quite clearly a dog Pokemon. Now, I already did a video about this when the trailer first came out months ago, and my hopes and dreams were that it was going to be like the black dog. It was going to be like a ghost type Pokemon. So we get like a sad little lost puppy Pokemon, and then it evolves into a ghost dog. That'd be pretty cool. But we're getting a corgi. Like, UK corgi Pokemon, we get our dog variant for the region, we get all this stuff coming together, and then that's going to be how it is. But yeah, when you look at that, you know, if it's a mascot, it looks like a racing dog. It looks like it's trying to promote something inside the Galar region, so maybe that could be for the electric gym. Maybe that could just be some kind of random advertisement like you see in many stadiums and arenas in the real world, and then they're using a Pokemon because that's another thing that we get from the Galar region. If you look at the Pokemon Twitter, if you go to the website, Pokemon are very much a part of all the advertising in the Galar region, and people in Pokemon just live very well connected together, so that even adds more on top of this. So we have a fast, could easily be interpreted as a lightning bolt tail, electric kind of dog Pokemon on top, like that's already been around for a while, that goes back to these leaks that talk about the new Pokemon, which have hints of existing, and then other Pokemon and pre-evolutions and stuff that have hints of existing, which works with official information. It's going to be wacky. Now, I hope that all these Pokemon are revealed at E3. We just had the demo being announced, and we knew that there was going to be like some kind of Nintendo Treehouse gameplay. I don't think we're going to get anything inside the Direct, but it's going to be something that happens like we had with Pokemon Sun and Moon. So let's go and just like wrap everything up for the video. So what do you think? You know, is all of this stuff going to happen? You know, does this can't be denied at this point when it comes to the Chipmunk Pokemon right here. But do you think that this pre-evolution is the one that's hiding in the stands? Does it make sense with all the berry trees? Does that give the leak credence? And then that means, or not credence, credibility. And then that means that this guy is real with the pre-evolution that makes everything kind of fall into place on top of it. And that also brings up another point about Pokemon Sun and Moon, that when this was revealed, we had that extra information that just kind of ties everything together. So I'm hoping that, you know, we see the Chipmunk Pokemon, maybe we see that minigame, that minigame is what they play for the Nintendo Treehouse, and then the demo is also going to get a little bit of a spotlight, and there's going to be that extra information. But Yungoos is the interesting one, because remember guys, Yungoos actually interacts with Pokemon, much like how we see the interaction between the Wooloo and the new Pokemon. So Yungoos is not a Pokemon native to the Alola region. It was brought to the region to help deal with the explosive population of a certain other Pokemon. And now Yungoos are commonly seen around the Alola region. So there's a lot of like dueling, rivalry kind of Pokemon things. And it turns out that Alolan Rattata exists only because Yungoos were introduced into the Alola region as a foreign species. As a countermeasure to the exploding Rattata population, so remember, Yungoos was revealed long before this, before we even knew about Alolands and what Alolands were, so kind of building up not even just like a new Pokemon, but entirely new classification and categorization of regional variants. So that's what I mean, like the depth of this little guy right here, plus this lore right here, leads to something that has happened in the past when it comes to Pokemon. To better avoid Yungoos, Rattata changed their preferred environments and circadian rhythms. These adaptations to their new environment changed their form. So they had to go into hiding and become nocturnal, and then that was how they fought the Yungoos, because Yungoos, it's super crazy, you know, it has like a ridiculously high metabolism, and it just passes out if it doesn't get to eat food. So that's how Rattata avoided it and became a completely different species of Pokemon. So that's it, guys. You know, now it's ridiculous. Now things are insane because, yeah, like, that Pokemon is like the evolution of this awesome electric Corgi, and that still leaves a lot of other opportunities. I'm still hoping for a Black Dog Pokemon. After Corviknight's existent, like, they can do some dark, really cool, really edgy designs. So I'm still hoping we get like Ghost Dog, something like that, and then we also have just our more straightforward regional dog. So it seems like there's gonna be a lot of opportunities here, and it's gonna be awesome. And maybe it's just like pure electric and then becomes an electric ghost. Who knows? So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.